February 8th, 2011, Rovaniemi, Finland, a small city just below the Arctic Circle. Police arrest a quiet man in a heavy coat as he leaves his hotel. He is carrying a passport that is not his own. His name is Raj Perumal. He is Singaporean. For 20 years, he has been rearranging football results across 4 continents. He grew up poor on the edge of Singapore. He started with local matches and small envelopes of cash. Players were cheap. A goalkeeper on a modest wage could be bought for the price of a used car. Singapore jailed him more than once. Each time he came out, the operation was bigger. He was never a gambler himself. The money was made on the other side of the world, in betting markets that took hundreds of millions on matches nobody in Europe had heard of. A fixed result was only useful if the odds moved slowly enough to hide it. So the syndicate bet late, bet in pieces, and bet through other people. By the 2000s, he had understood something the sport had not. Nobody was watching the edges of football. Friendlies, youth tournaments, qualifiers played in half-empty stadiums. Nobody asked who arranged them or who paid for them. Perumal did not need to buy a famous club. He needed a referee, a team official, or a federation with no money, so he made himself useful. He arrived offering flights, hotels, kit, opponents, and a fixture list. He paid the bills. In return, he chose the officials. The method was simple enough to repeat anywhere. Find a federation that could not afford its own fixtures. Offer to pay for everything. Insist, politely, on supplying the match officials. A bought referee did not need to hand a team the game. A single penalty or a red card in the right half hour was usually enough. In 2007, he began arranging tours for Zimbabwe's national team through Asia. Matches were booked, results were agreed in advance, and cash moved. Zimbabwean football later called it Asiagate and banned dozens of players and officials. An entire national team had been taken on tour as a product. The scheme kept growing. On September 7, 2010, a team presented as Togo's national side played Bahrain in Manama. Bahrain won 3-0. Togo's federation said it had sent nobody. The players were imposters, and the fixture had been arranged from outside the country. Then he moved closer to the center of the game. In the weeks before the 2010 World Cup, a company called Football 4U International supplied referees for South Africa's warm-up matches. On May 31st, in Polokwane, a Nigerian official named Ibrahim Chaibu awarded penalties in a 5-0 win over Guatemala. FIFA's own investigators later concluded those matches had been manipulated. The syndicate had put its own referees on the pitch of the host nation, days before the tournament kicked off. By early 2011, the fixing had become careless. In Antalya, Turkey, 2 international friendlies produced 7 penalties in a single afternoon. The referees were later found to be unlicensed. Investigators in several countries were now circling the same name, which brought them to Finland. Perumal had gone north to work on a club in Rovaniemi, paying players and steering results. Finnish police had been watching for weeks. A Finnish court convicted him of aggravated bribery and sentenced him to 2 years. And then, in a cell in Lapland, the most prolific fixer in football history started talking. He talked to Finnish police. He talked to Hungarian prosecutors. He talked to investigators from Europol. In February 2013, Europol announced the results of Operation VETO. 680 matches worldwide flagged as suspicious, 380 of them in Europe. Qualifying rounds, domestic leagues, and Europe's biggest club competition. He named names, described methods, and explained the economics of it. He had been one operator inside a wider Singapore-based network, and he was the one who got caught. In 2014, he published a memoir called Kelong Kings and told the story himself. Football's response was slower than its promises. A handful of players were banned. Some officials were removed. No governing body published a full accounting. Raj Perumal served his sentence and went home. The full list of matches he touched has never been published. If this one held your attention, a like helps it reach the next person. Subscribe for the next case, and tell me in the comments which fix you think football never fully investigated.